hate this. I really hate this.
Agent Jensen! I'm scheduled to return from the dead. 050 O'Malley time.
No. It is Jensen.
Agent Jensen!
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere. It is Jensen.
Is it or is it not a probable target?
They're playing stingy, but you think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere.
Preemptive action would be great if we knew where to start.
Second.
That's all the data I have right now.
Oh, here we go. The Diwali crime
I don't
family.
even know where
As you
to
may
start
already know, they're
theorizing
one of the
exactly
largest crime syndicates in Eastern Europe, but they do business almost everywhere, from Northern Europe all the way to the
Who am I?
Middle East.
I'm the guy
After
doing this
their
fucking
humble
job.
beginnings
Who
in
the
a
fuck are
coastal
you?
town in Georgia, the Diwali quickly moved from gambling to more lucrative criminal enterprises.
I'd love to get a look at the bomb site myself, but
which
you're
includes
right.
human trafficking too. The Diwali can get anything to anywhere.
What I need you
it's
to
as if
do
borders
is
just don't
listen.
exist to them. But their rapid expansion came at the cost of their Georgian purity when they started incorporating an ever-increasing number of Russians into the group.
Explosives were
If you
designed
ask
to get
me,
maximum spread.
I think a major power struggle is coming within the Diwali. One of the old versus the new. The past versus the future.
Composition could tell us a lot, but it's the trigger that really
Agent
does
Singh, great poker player. I still owe him 100 credits. So I hope his incursion with the gin lasts another few months. You know, maybe he'll forget I own the mine.
Close my eyes, but all I see is strings of coats swirling on my lids.
Negative.
Our arms dealer Shepard,
Faulty
aka
wiring.
John Trent, is a former Special Forces
No,
commander
it's the
and
right
ex-Bell Tower
I'm
operative.
relieved. The
And as is typical for those ex-Bell Tower employees,
sorry,
he's
we're all
been
in
selling
strung
off
out
old Bell
shape.
Tower tech and weapons. But we don't need to
Composition
worry
could tell
about
us a
him
lot,
anymore.
but it's the
He was
trigger
killed
that
by
really
those
does
gold
the
mask
talking.
guys in Dubai.
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies. Nothing.
This guy is the face of the gin and a charismatic force of nature. They call him the Bull of the North and the Heart of the Gin. Uriel Salar works in conjunction with his
I'd love to
cold
get a
and
look at the
calculating
bomb site
brother
myself,
Wasim,
but-
who saved his
Nice.
life during the AUG incident. He is proudly augmented and parades his AUGs around wherever and whenever he likes. The hatred of AUGs from groups around the world has only emboldened him and his
Just wish
organization.
someone would nut up and take the blame.
Who am I? I'm the guy doing his fucking job. Who the fuck are you?
First thing you learn ahead.
Hey, Agent Jensen, nice work in Dubai. But still, you know what I want to know is who those AUG'd up guys in the gold
Negative.
masks
They're
were.
saying it was
Last night,
Compiling
the
all
collective
case
published
files.
the tax
Since
returns
you know
of
anything?
50 richest people in Switzerland. It made for some very interesting reading.
Jensen, we need to... My God, Jensen, I heard about the explosion. We should relocate. I was thinking we could corner Director Miller together. Tell him it's not safe enough here.
We're fine, Chang.
The police station, the train station, we're next. I can feel it. I can more than feel it. I can see it happening.
No one knows where we are. There's no reason to get paranoid.
That's where you're wrong. They're trying to pull the lid off of us, Jensen, or someone is. Praha Dovos just got hacked.
Our building's front company. Thought it was fake.
I wish it was fake. Miller's got me cleaning up IntelliCam footage from the attack to help figure out who these people are. Meanwhile, maybe they're trying to figure out who we are? Why else poke into an import company?
You think someone's figured out that the company's a front? Maybe they know what's really down here.
We have a lot of enemies. The people who bombed the train station. You don't think they'd love to know where we are? You need to help me figure out who's looking into us and make them stop.
I'm gonna need more information about this snoop of yours.
I don't know for sure that our cover's been blown, but if it has, we need to know before our enemies have a chance to do something about it.
What can you tell me about our front company?
Praha Dovos was designed to be forgettable. The kind of place you walk by 100 times and still can't remember.
It obviously caught someone's attention. What happens if we're compromised?
My guess, we dismantle and disappear. Agents go into hiding, Director burrows into some hole, poof, no Christmas party.
You really think there's a risk here? Maybe someone's just poking around the fake website of a fake company.
If someone points a gun at me, I assume it's loaded. If someone hacks into the website of the company that serves...
Such as?
Everything depends on who they are and what they know. But we're in the business of dealing with terrorists. If those terrorists find out where we are...
Do you have 29 likes?
Chang likes being in one piece. Unlike you, I don't just brush off explosions.
You got an MO in this hacker?
At first I thought it might be the Collective.
But you're not convinced.
Not Janus's style to leave crumbs this big. But whoever it is, they risk exposing us. If the Collective ever found out where we operate... Oh my god, Jensen.
Maybe Janus knows already.
Hey, don't say shit like that. I get nervous enough as it is. I need you to find out as much as you can about our Snoop. Make sure we're not in danger.
Alright, you have any leads?
I traced our hacker Snoop to an unrented apartment. Top floor, 33 Halavni. Just down the street. This guy walks by us every single day. Probably walks in.
You're kidding.
See? You feel it now. The constant buried alive feeling? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought we were supposed to be suspicious of things that go on outside these walls.
It's never that simple.
Just get into that apartment, access the computer they used, and find out what you can. And be careful, Jensen. We don't know who we're dealing with.
I'll look into it. As soon as I know something, so will you.
Be careful out there. I think one of them will die.
The Jinn still believe what's in told them or don't. We need to know. Things got pretty hairy for that. Do the Jinn still believe what's in told them, or don't they? We need to know.
Agent Jorgen, report to Agent Creed. Fully agent secure. And a more in-depth look at Is it not a public report?
Adam, how's it going? Any trouble with the plant?
Patience, Alex. Trying to find the best way to access the motherboard without blowing my cover.
Sorry, man. Message received.
Sorry if I was rude before. If the store had been empty.
We all have our roles to play, Sedlak. How's yours going?
It is giving me new respect for criminals who run front operations. Late shipments, supply problems, random police searches at customs. Ugh.
I thought this store was just a front.
Best Front is a real company. Prahadovos is registered as an international shipping corporation in every country in the EU. I can get an office, way station, or depot up and running anywhere in Europe within 72 hours. I do not suppose you spoke to Agent Chang while you were down there.
He told me you've been hacked. I'm looking into it.
Good. I will sleep better knowing an experienced field agent is on the case.
Field agent?
We both know the deal, Jensen. There are two types of agents in this office. The ones who do the footwork and work the leads, and the ones who analyze them.
And you think Chang's one of those?
I think Chang lives in his head too much. He is good. He's very good, but it is also good that the task force brought in a new psychologist this month.
Anything you can tell me about this hack?
Chang will know more than me. I just told him something strange was going on. Utility statements being accessed, incomplete information on orders, that kind of thing.
The kind of thing that's easy to miss. Surprised you noticed it.
When you have been doing this as long as me, you start to question every little thing. Plus, that old lady kept coming around.
Old lady?
Chatty thing. I thought she was just lonely, until I caught her staring at the terminal when my back was turned.
Did you confront her about it?
I told Chang. Asked him to put a field agent on it.
Well, I'd better get going. I'll let you know if I find anything.
Do not tell me, tell Chang. I have a cover to keep. I'm glad you were not hurt in the bombing yesterday, Agent Jensen. The task force needs good men like you.
Thanks, Sedlak. Take care.
I don't even know how to log on to this system. Take my advice. If you were thinking about shipping something to these people, don't.
To that garbage.
People are lucky that I am an honest man. The things I could black.
So we had him in interrogation, but then... What?
I gave the police a list of all the renters in my building that I suspect of being augmented.
What did you do that for?
I'm protecting the real people in the building. And most of them on that list are a few months late with their rent anyway.
Trace program initiated. Access denied. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Chang, I think I have something on our secret admirer. A group called Samizdat. Mean anything to you?
You mean those conspiracy nuts? Very bad for business. How much do they know?
Not sure. Good news is I got an exact location.
Find out whatever you can. What they know, what they want. If they blow the task force's cover, it's only a matter of time before someone blows up the task force.
Don't worry, Chang. I don't want the walls coming down just yet.
Nice coat. This is a bad time. A culture of fear is grit.
I'm not prejudiced. I just have very strong opinions based on personal experience. I just have very strong opinions based on personal experience.
Fucking Tavali run this. Get my qualifications for the rig next week. Nothing suspicious here.
You are still deciding? Come back later. Paying customers only.
Can't defend against that kind of team.
I couldn't believe it when I saw the test results. Spanish flu. I couldn't imagine what it's like to be augmented these days.
I heard a bunch of runaways live down in the sewers, formed their own little community.
How did it ever come to this?
You'll find that people in the old quarter are more tolerant of you augmented. Mostly.
What's going on?
There is no such thing as free will. We are programmed from birth.
I'm telling you, I hear whispers in the wall.
They speak.
Then segue into earthquakes and clones, follow up on Dubai, and finish with locals.
Don't shoot!
Shit.
We're journalists!
Who invited the agent type?
Who are you? What do you want? Why are you here? You here because of the Dubai story? The article about the moon base? The clones on the moon base? Who sent you?
I'm here for Sam's dad. You in charge?
I take charge, but I'm not in charge, man. No one owns or dictates the truth. The freedom of information is a collective right, man, and a collective responsibility. That said, you gonna break someone's nose, you break my nose.
I didn't come here to break anything. I just need you to cooperate.
I spent my 20s in a commune, man. I'm all about cooperation.
Good. It's about something you've been looking into. It's making some people nervous. What do you know about Praha-Dovos?
That little import company? I know there's more than boxes in the basement. We've seen agent types come in and out. The place is a curtain. The first in a series of many. Pull them all back and you'll find... Damn. Tell me I'm wrong.
It's a dead end.
Right. Guys like you always come down here because of dead ends.
Fine. Then what if it's something other people are already looking into? If someone like you makes too much noise, that may compromise any chance they have of uncovering something bigger. Do you understand?
I'm supposed to believe we're colleagues now? You men in black types, you walk into Pike's newsroom, tell them to be hush-hush about something, and they do it. But that's not how it works here. One day, you will all be exposed. If not by me, then someone just like me. Samizdat isn't one voice. Kay isn't one man.
What exactly do you do down here?
Samizdat is a media uprising. While Picus panders to corporate tyranny and government bullshit, we pump out the truth. We uncover it, we write it, we publish it. We get our noses broke for it.
So you print pamphlets?
Well, we do a lot more than that. We got ways of getting into Picus media network. That's how we disseminate information.
Information you get by hacking into places you shouldn't.
The truth is buried. If digging it up means skirting a few rules, so be it.
What did you mean when you said K wasn't one man?
K is an ideal, the intangible leader of tangible resistance. You can kill me, but then little K would become K. Kill little K and Bones over there becomes K. There's always a K.
And what if you kill Bones?
You can't kill Bones, man. Bones isn't real. I think he was one of them. He was supposed to be a prince of Belgium, man, but then he broke his condition. We found him inside his fucking cult, all confused, so we reprogrammed him with the truth.
Right. Suppose I needed to make a deal with Samizdat. There's no one person I can talk to?
Depends on the deal. I mean, there's always going to be an editor. Editor makes the final call on all published material. That would be me.
So you could ensure that something doesn't get talked about?
Depends on the deal.
I need you to stop looking into Praha-Dovos, but not for the reason you assume.
Relax, I get it. You don't think I do, but I do. You got to appease your military industrial masters. We've all been there, man.
I'm not who you think I am. The kinds of people who manipulate the news, who cover things up. You don't need to convince me that's who the enemy is.
The enemy is anyone who conceals the truth. And that's exactly what you're asking me to do. To pretend like that little import company isn't hiding something.
I'm asking you to see a difference between conspiracy and discretion. Between people who hide information in order to push their own agendas and those who need to stay off the radar in order to do their jobs. You, of all people, should understand.
Okay. Okay, look. You seem like a reasonable guy. Huh? Hell, I've usually been punched by now. I find this refreshing. Here's the deal. We promise to forget all about Praha-Dovos and stay out of your way as long as you give us something better.
What do you suggest?
The only thing I hate more than secret organizations are toothless media conglomerates who don't hold anyone accountable, who spit lie after lie after lie. So I propose a trade. There are places my people can't get into. You get into one of those places and find me some dirt on the real enemy here. Picus Media. Do that, and I'll cut whatever you want me to cut. Who knows? Maybe you'll even learn something.
What do you want to know about Picus?
I want skeletons! The kind that companies like Picus come all the way to Prague just to bury. Corporate archiving, man.
Corporate archiving, huh? You asking me to break into a bank?
I'm not talking vaults here. Ashani Talvar, the Palisade CEO. She leverages her clients, keeps information about them close at hand. She's got something on Picus, I know it. I just can't get to it, but I bet you could. You poke into her office, find something that proves how nasty Picus is, how much they love to piss on the truth, and I promise you this, I'll misplace any file you want.
I'll look into it. In the meantime, don't publish anything until I get back.
Don't worry. Oh, and while you're there, feel free to snoop around. Who knows what else you might learn.
We'll see.
This is perfect. Thank you so much.
It's been the highlight of our day so far.
My pleasure. Have a good day.
Prague is great.
All you have to do is treat people nicely, and most of them will be nice, right?
I like tourists. They lift my spirit. Maybe it's because they're happy to be here.
I like the statue in the plaza. It's tragic, but beautiful.
Yesterday, the city was more subdued because of the bombing. Today...
Co to jako je?
I don't like being this close to
Just make it through this shift.
I'm afraid of what might happen to me.
City has gone to hell. Kdybys letěla do Ománu, už bych tě nikdy neviděla. Nikdy.
I love working at the bank, but those Targos security people give me the creeps.
Okay. Down here, over.
Yes, since 2017. However, this particular building was completed in 2024, and since then has acted as the head office.
Absolutely secure. Data extractors have never breached. Allow me to finish with this gentleman, sir. Absolutely secure. Data extractors have never breached.
Hackers are everywhere, not here.
Exactly. Of course, physical security is also paramount, and Targos has an impeccable reputation.
They were affiliated with Belgium, yes?
Formally, yes, but so were most security companies before this. Why don't I schedule a meeting for you with our accounts manager? He can answer all your concerns and start the application process.
Yes. Why don't we do that? Thank you. A pleasure, sir.
also provided an executive safe in one of the vault rooms under the main entrance.
Ah, Master. Always seems to give my wife.
Yes. Sub-level security room has our up-to-date security password.
Good. Haven't heard from mezzanine level or the corporate vault base.
Can you get confirmation from IT?
I could, but they would only be able to confirm sending out the codes.
Doesn't protocol include that each hub acknowledge receiving security updates?
In a perfect world, everyone would follow procedures to... But this isn't a perfect world. Let's see what I can find out.
Sorry, sir. Access is restricted to personnel.
Of course it's that's what the practical is, right? Of course the right I don't know. Santo has been a sure bet for a long time, but at all
Welcome to Palisade. We get few augmented clients or visitors, sir.
Well, I was here those reforms were enacted mostly to attract corporations, and it worked.
Sorry, sir. Area is off limits.
Of course it's easy. That's what the tractor policy, right? Our corporate private laws of freedom.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Out the codes.
Does this protocol include that each hub acknowledge receiving security updates?
In a perfect world, everyone would follow procedures to the letter. But this isn't a perfect world. We're going to find out.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Lovely institution, don't you think?
I love this blade concept.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
I'm going to check that out. Got your post covered. All systems functional. Possible 0.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
backup residence in the neighboring Udalek complex. Dr. Rucker claims his organization is peaceful and merely seeks to ensure the rights of the augmented in the world that has the United Nations tested
Access granted.
up in the stratosphere. More in-depth look at UN Security Council Resolution 3507, also known as the Human Restoration Act. This legislation, if passed, calls for the removal and downgrading of all overly powerful, unlicensed augmentations. Individuals who fail to comply will be arrested and relocated to designated AUG-only locations. Safety is the primary concern, especially in the wake of the AUG incident, where millions of people lost their lives due to malfunctioning augmentation. Protesting all over the world, and many of the protests have turned violent. This escalation in the violence and rhetoric has only widened the gap and polarized the dialogue. On both sides of the issue, we will be watching the UN closely for any break in the story. This is Eliza Cassell.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
251 passengers aboard sister airlines flight 461 were killed when an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly butchered its flight crew. Details recovered from the black box recorder suggest that the man may have been suffering flashbacks to August. That horrible day 2 years ago when augmented all over the world flew into a psychotic killing spree, causing the greatest loss of life in recent history. I can't... Speak for you folks, the terrifying memories of that day still haunt me. It will certainly be a while before any of us forget it. This is Eliza Cassell, reporting to you live from Titan.
Exclusivity, anonymity, security. These are the greatest concerns of the digital age. And we at Palisade promise to make
An elusive group of vigilante hackers for exposing big money corruption. What these journalists overlook, however, is the damage these hackers leave in their wake. Last year, the collective shut down London's traffic grid, causing gridlock for hours and preventing life-saving medical transports from getting through. In Chile, they committed massive voter fraud when they rigged the electronic voting system and elected a 12-year-old boy as president. In Russia, hacked combat drones attacked St. Petersburg. And in the US, millions of workers lost their jobs when the collective leaked classified corporate documents, causing several Fortune 500 companies to go bankrupt. Between you and me, folks, the collective is one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world, despite whatever praises the underground media wants to sing. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus.
Ariel is constantly bringing you the best and latest technology. Our portable data solutions have massive storage capacity, flexible streaming, and over 1,000 other unique and patented features. Ariel, up the track.
Back to New York. This more in-depth look at UN Security Council Resolution 3507, also known as the Human Restoration Act. This legislation, passed, calls for the removal and downgrading of all overly powerful, unlicensed augmentations. Individuals who fail to comply will be arrested and relocated to designated AUG-only locations. Safety is the primary concern, especially in the wake of the AUG incident, where millions of people lost their lives due to malfunctioning augmentations. Opponents of the legislation have been protesting all over the world, and many of the protests have turned violent. This escalation in the violence and rhetoric has only widened the gap and polarized the dialogue on both sides.
Move to patrol. Narrow.
Narrow pattern, confirmed.
Code 0.